We have it sorted, we think. Passing to my left for our players, we have...
Hi, my name's Tracy and I'm playing Dusk.
Music loud, apparently.
Why is this not? Try that again.
Go again. Hello, welcome. I'm Isaac the DM, passing to my left.
I'm still Dusk, as I was earlier, and my name's Tracy.
For a minute, before I go, hi, I'm Dusk, I'm playing Tracy. For a minute, then generally. I'm Mark, I'm playing rhi-koo.
I'm Adrian, and I'm playing Magnus.
I'm Martin, and I'm playing rhi-koo.
Okay, so you may notice we are down a Malcador this evening. Digby has obviously taken a break. If those of you that are fans of his as well, so it'll just be us five this evening, and obviously Harry in the booth. Thank you, Harry.
Bloody herbalists.
Herbalists rule! Yes!
No dissenters now.
Just in case you're watching, Digby.
But we are ploughing on. So, last time, you guys will have defeated Sharp at the barn at the edge of the city. What would you like to do?
Celebrate.
I believe we were heading back with a bunch of wounded.
Yeah, we were.
We needed to get Rook back, didn't we? He was bleeding rather profusely.
Rook is looking unwell.
I think I've given him 10 points of health.
Yeah.
He still doesn't look great.
Yeah. Well.
That'll get him home.
What about yourself, Magnus? Are you okay? You look a bit more beat up than you have previous fights.
I felt better. Oh, I'll be fine. Yeah.
How many fingers am I holding up?
No.
Do we want to take half hour just to settle our nerves, get some...
Yeah. Maybe drink one of those potions that I gave you.
Yeah, you have plenty.
Well, I suppose I could.
I've forgotten how many did he buy?
Lots,
wasn't it?
I can't remember. I know I bought 3 health potions. But
I currently still have 7.
You and I, Ricky, were fairly circumspect, I think. Some others bought quite a lot.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, do we just want to sit down for half an hour?
Yeah, that's perfectly fine. Rook kind of nods and goes, leaking.
I will give Rook one of the potions as well that I've got.
Okay.
Do you want me to roll for it? Are you happy to?
You can roll for it.
Okay, he gets back 7.
Right. So, that's quite severe. So, you guys taking a short rest, I presume?
Yeah.
Rolling some hit dice as you go.
Yeah, I'll just do one, but I am nearly back up to full health.
Before we properly set off, other than just bumping off this bloke, is there anything we need to do here? I mean, are we supposed to check it out or just leave it abandoned? What's happening with these workers anyway?
Yeah, I was going to
investigate
after we've had this rest. I just wanted to...
Yeah. So, whilst you are resting, some of the workers approach and say, hello, do you know how we got here?
No, we don't even know how we got here that much. But you seem to have been under a charm. Can you remember anything from before?
Foggy. All foggy. Can't...
What I can tell you is that I saved you all from that nasty man. The one over there who's dead.
So, sort of nods. Well, thank you, noble kobold.
You're welcome.
I'll let you have the glory.
We're all involved. And we did this because we are being paid in kind to do it. So you need not be thankful or grateful.
We're being paid.
In kind.
Malcador at this point would probably pipe up with oh, yes, definitely. I'm sure we can come to an arrangement as for remuneration, couldn't we?
Malcolm Shattered.
Would you like a potion?
So,
Right, are there any direly injured workers?
no, they are exhausted,
Yeah, but they're not.
but they're not.
They're not injured like.
Not like you guys are.
No. Okay.
Perhaps you should follow us in a while back to town. And I'm sure there might be people there missing you.
Yes.
Do you know anything about your past?
My wife, my son, well,
Are they here?
he looks around, but he can't see anyone he recognises.
What's your name, good fellow?
Michael.
Mike.
That's a good name.
Yeah. Good name, that is. So, where do you live, Mickey boy?
Near the docks. Near the docks with my boy, my wife, my family. God, how long has it been? He like feels his face. He can feel like more beard than he remembers. And he so I need to go, and then just sets off before you guys have finished resting.
Hang on, mate. It might be good for everybody to go together. If you're all a bit confused and dazed, we don't want anybody coming to harm. We should guard you all.
Magnus sounding very altruistic.
Yeah.
You do know they don't have any money. They were indentured. Well, they were slaves.
Yeah.
Okay, just.
But they might be grateful later on, you see. It's always good to have friends in both high and low places.
Okay, fair enough.
Especially when you're a pack animal, probably like Magnus is.
That's how I knew Tony Nonies.
At this point, I'm going to roll a history check. Rook kind of goes, no knees.
Yeah, short fella.
Rook looks to be feeling a lot better.
Good.
And is kind of like coming around properly and feeling like a lot more compos mentis.
Mm-hmm.
And we should protect
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
civvies.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Is there much danger on the way back to town?
He repeats in Sam's voice, brigands all over the place.
So Michael ran off, or did he stop?
He stopped.
Is everybody?
Is it other people coming to us?
So basically, they are all kind of gathering around the barn generally.
Mm-hmm.
How many were there?
In the region of 80. That's a lot of
It's a
people.
lot of people to walk into a tavern.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sure once we
We
get
need to
into
find
town,
some.
they may know where they live, may jog their
Yeah,
memories.
no, that's true. Yeah, that's true.
I'll kind of call out. Any of you lot experienced at all with blades or anything? If you can remember any?
Yeah, me.
I know you are, Magnus. What about any of these?
Yeah,
lot?
I'm handy
No?
with a rapier.
A couple of men step forward, who are like bigger physically
Mhm.
than the rest of them. They go, I think we was guards. I think.
Cool.
Mhm.
You see those corpses over there? Don't need their weapons. Might be worth picking them up. You can help us potentially protect the rest of them as we go into town in case we are attacked, if that's okay with you.
They sort of go, yeah.
Maybe put on the armour as well, might protect you better.
So they start looking through the bodies and stuff, and one of them goes to Sharp's corpse. Even him?
No, leave him to rot.
Yeah.
Actually,
Yeah, the spores from him are for us.
yeah, I'll walk up and I'll be like, I'll take the saber. I'm like, I think this should do as enough proof.
Can you do an investigation check, please?
This is to find the explosives in his pocket.
That's an 18.
Okay, so with an 18 on your investigation check, generally just looking over the body kind of thing, when you're moving him around, he feels disproportionately weighted. It feels like his head is very light compared to what it should be. And his saber appears to be magical in some capacity, but you couldn't tell what. Just from looking at it.
I will pick the saber up and try and investigate the rest of his body a bit closer to see if there's.
It'll be a medicine check. If you're looking at his body in particular, or if you're looking for armor, it's investigation.
A little bit of both. I'll do an investigation and then a medicine.
Right. You do the investigation, then maybe call over someone who's better at this.
Lady Dusk, do you mind looking at his body a bit closer while I look for armour and such?
Certainly I will.
Whilst they're looking over the body, how far away are we from the edge? Are we close?
You like spitting distance.
Yeah,
you can basically see.
Yeah, I would like to go up to the edge once they've done.
17 plus 6.
As a player, I really want to sneak
19 for
yours and
investigation.
saved you.
So 19 for investigation.
23.
19. He's not wearing any armor as such. Like it's just, it's leather armor, but it's not any kind of specialty armor. It's just designed to fit his frame, so it would be probably too large for yours.
So I'll remove that out of the way, allowing the time for the body to be investigated and pass the dust.
So,
23.
23. His head almost feels like it's incredibly light. It feels like it's got nothing in it. It feels empty.
We should cut it open.
Yeah. Yeah, I was
Okay,
imagining
stand back.
how to do that, and I don't have the weaponry, so...
Are you standing back?
Magnus,
Yeah.
as he hurt you so, I'm just going to kind of present, like, I'd like it back. Do you want to take it with his own blade?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll put it back.
Roll a weapon attack, basically. You'll be proficient with it, for the sake of...
Okay. So he... Is it Dex or Strength with this one?
Dex.
Excellent. 10.
He's not moving. So...
Do I get advantage then because he's prone?
I mean, no, he's dead. You just hit.
Oh, right, yeah.
Roll the damage, which is a D10.
Six.
Okay.
Plus anything?
It'll be 6 plus an indeterminate amount that will be revealed when the weapon is identified.
Okay.
But that is successfully the skull is cleaved.
Okay, so
Nothing
we
in
can
there.
see inside it now.
There is no brain within it.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Fine. Catch.
Yep.
Okay, so I'm going to have to bag up this skull, cleaved, or otherwise, because we're going to need to take it to our not patron.
So do you need the head off now?
Benefactor.
Benefactor.
Standing
Yeah.
away.
So I need it to be removed from the body.
This will be strength.
Fair enough. Go on, you do it. You do it.
Go for it.
That's a 22.
Yeah, that'll do.
Straight through into
Marvellous.
the ground.
Yeah.
Dark
Have it in
blade.
a bag, please.
There. It is very precise.
One bit.
Thank you.
Right, you forgot the top of the skull.
Yeah, two. Yeah. You gotta have the cap. You gotta have the little screw in. You know.
Well, it depends if you want to turn it into a tankard.
Silence of the Lambs
Yeah.
came to mind.
That's what I
With Sharp's coat. Say that was to be worn by a kobold.
It would be much too long, but you could easily cut it to length.
I'll take the coat as well.
Okay.
And we've taken the saber, I
Yes.
presume.
I'd like to stress that this man is nearly naked.
That's
like
fine.
he is wearing undergarments now, like
That-
white beater vest
It's
and
okay.
boxers.
He
That's
can't get embarrassed.
befitting
He
his.
can't get embarrassed. He's got no head.
I'll pass the coat to Magnus. Might look good on you. Once it's tailored a bit more to size.
What did it look like?
So basically, it's a green, like almost military coat, but it's it's been cut in such a way that it is not designed to be done up. Sort of like a long green,
Yeah. Duster.
waterproof duster coat.
Cheers. Dunno. I'll have to see how movable it is. Don't want it restricting me, you know.
Fair enough. So yeah, you can basically note that down in your equipment if you can, or not in your equipment, in your inventory, whichever.
Then I just need
yeah.
to take notes that I've got his
The saber.
sharp saber.
The sharp saber, indeed.
I'm not going to document my possession of his head.
You absolutely should.
One skull.
Yeah, one times
One
empty skull.
head.
We got hungry.
And then I would assume, has anyone else got anything they would like to do while we're here?
Yeah, I need to cast a spell.
Yeah,
So-
I've said I've gone to the edge, so when
Yes, we'll come to that now.
Is this when Sharp now stands back up?
No.
Yes. No. So, rhi-koo, you want to head to the edge? Certainly.
I'll go along. I'll pick up some stones and rocks as I'm going up to the edge. And what do I see?
So, looking basically as you approach the edge, it's this. It's green grass all the way to the edge, and then at the edge point, it's just the ground stops.
Mm-hmm.
Looking down, you can see this red clouds that are above, with the like lightning and all that kind of stuff that was described before. So again, normal sky but red instead of blue, and there is lightning of blues and purples and stuff like that crackling amongst the clouds. But it is silent.
Okay.
Looking down, it is much the same.
So clouds all the way.
All the way around, yeah.
Okay. I'll take one of the stones and just throw it towards the edge.
Okay, so can I have a strength? Well, make an unarmed weapon attack, basically. So.
That's a 19.
Okay. So, as you basically kind of like skipping a stone, like this kind of throw of the stone, it's like flies out, perfect arc, and seems to hit something. It doesn't bounce back, but it stops for a second mid-air, and then is gone.
Oh.
And do I see that's at the edge?
It's that happens about 15 foot away from the edge of where you're standing.
Okay.
So, just so I can get it right in my head, are we talking like it's a dome?
Like
or
it,
cylindrical?
well, he hasn't tested going down yet.
No, because I was just thinking when you threw it, because
He threw it.
Yeah, so it would have vanished above the ground level.
So yeah, it was arced and would have gone about head height by the time, like 15 foot.
Yeah.
Throwing a stone.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just trying to think if it was like that, would it stop?
No, it was.
So it's more perfectly above, or a bit out, right? Weird.
You have like, I'll say you have like 5 stones if you want to keep testing things.
Can we see that from where we are? Well,
No,
This-
you're looting.
Yeah, lit the body. This is at the same time as.
Are there
what's going
any,
to shout, don't do it.
any trees or anything? Any branches on the floor?
So there is probably a few twigs and things like that, because this, I mean, unknowingly, this would have been the edge of a forest. It would have started about here, but there are a few twigs scattered around the floor, but nothing else.
Yeah, I'll throw another stone just so I have a better idea of.
Are you aiming down, up, or straight out?
Yeah, I'll try and aim for where it cuts off.
Okay.
You know, where the ground then the barrier would
Because
be.
so the ground, there is a 15-foot gap between where the edge of the ground is
And where the thing
stopped.
Oh, okay.
There is a gap that goes down. You can see down there. So.
Okay. Yes, I'll get up to that edge and have a look down.
Looking down, it is again more of this red cloud with the purplish lightning, with silence.
I'll get down onto my knees and then look over and see. So is the ground more curved that way?
The ground is curving away from you as you look under. Can I have a dexterity check, please?
That's not good. Dexterity check.
Yeah. Saving throw, probably.
Saving throw, that's a 6.
Okay. So as you're leaning down, you hear basically you can hear coins, what it sounds like, from your pouch.
Yeah.
Like jingling and then fall out. A few, you lose about 6 gold.
That's right.
As it falls, it seems to fall about 30 feet and then does the same thing. Stops, about a second, gone.
Okay.
So I'm imagining something like that.
Yeah, that's what I've been thinking it was.
Yeah. For one at home, my fantastic art skills.
Yeah,
They
okay.
wouldn't have seen that.
And I can't see anything past clouds.
It's basically is a wall of cloud.
I'm gonna shout out into
Into the void.
Yeah.
Sure. Screaming into the void. It only took 7 seconds. It only took 7 sessions. Screaming into the void.
Yeah. Just hello.
Okay.
Anybody there?
No.
I just wait for a second in case.
Roll a intelligence saving throw.
So this is how stupid I am being. Oh, a dirty 20.
Woo! You get the sense that if there is something on the other side of that, you probably don't want it to hear you. Just a gut instinct.
Okay.
Speaking of which,
I've just healed up. I'm good.
I'm good, man. I can take it.
That was me telling you that Magnus is running.
Yeah. So you hear. It's the best way to describe it would be a deafening whisper. It occupies all of your senses. You feel everything about this sound throughout all of your senses. You can taste it.
Mm-hmm.
It's incredible. It feels powerful. And it's open the way.
This is just
Only rhi-koo can hear it.
And it's hurting.
It's.
Is it just the once it's saying it, or is
It's.
it
Oh no! It's once
and it's hurting?
and it hurts at the time. 9 points of psychic damage.
Yeah.
And afterwards, it feels like there's a lingering feeling in your mind. You can't quite place what it is.
Mm-hmm. Was it any kind of voice I would recognise?
It sounded like it was stitched together, sort of like how Rook speaks, in that it's phrases that have been heard and repeated.
the sneaky kangaroo.
But it's not Rook. It's very definitively not Rook, because the voices you're hearing are like the way that they are speaking is almost flattened. It's other voices that have been flattened and compressed into a monotone.
Yeah.
Not mimicry.
It's not mimicry, but it's definitely you can hear accent on some of the words, but it's been flattened into a uniform method of speech.
Okay. I feel that. Okay. Open the way. Where do I start? I'll say out into it.
Again, a deafening whisper. This time it doesn't hurt.
Okay.
Mercury is the devil's restraint.
Now where's our alchemist?
Mercury is the devil's restraint. Okay, very cryptic, but and then that one didn't hurt.
No. It's almost as if establishing contact hurt, but continued contact doesn't.
Who is the devil?
Again, it's like it's stitching together phrases. It's not creating phrases, creating sentences itself.
Yeah.
So it's searching, almost like searching a database to find the next thing to say.
Yes.
Bumblebee.
Yes, it is. It is finding words that mean what it's trying to say through some other or source than itself.
Yeah.
Better the devil you know. It's sounding clearer and clearer. It's like less raspy.
So it seems like he's talking about Sam. So Mercury is the devil's restraint.
Quicksilver.
How long do we have?
Gets a bit raspier again this time. It seems like certain phrases are easier for it to say. Time is irrelevant. There's that delay is there. It's so time is and then pause irrelevant.
Time is irrelevant, so we don't have a time window. Okay. Who are you?
Nameless, formless.
Timeless.
It doesn't have that word, but it probably would say that if it did.
Motherless.
It's a nameless form.
That's just timeless. Irrelevant.
I think that's a good starting off point. I think I'll might head back and, well, I'll say thank you for this information. We'll be back later.
When you try and move to turn away, you feel that you can't.
Okay.
We aren't done.
Okay. What would you like to talk about then? How was your day?
Asking to avoid. How was your day?
Perception check to see if potentially after like little bits of looting, if noticing anything going on in that direction.
Yeah, go for it. You'll be at disadvantage though.
Oh, not far. So, I mean, well, that was 2 4s. So. Seriously, Magnus, I think the colour would suit you.
Well, yeah, maybe. I mean, how much do you reckon I need to take off this coat?
Half of it.
Yeah, I think
about half of it.
Is it the sort of thing though where you wear it above the knees, or do you have it full dress?
See, I
dusters
down below the knees.
see, I'd turn it into sort of similar to your trench coat that you wear, but it's just more fancier version, you know, in case we need to go into any
Part of me was
formal
kind of thinking, should I cut the arms out and cut it short and do a waistcoat?
I mean, it could work. Add more to.
I don't know.
Back to the void. Meaningless drivel aside, to the void.
It means much to Magnus.
It does.
Yeah.
It says, you possess power. It sounds like it's raspier and getting louder. It feels like it's getting more powerful. Your words are wonderful. It feels like it's taking your knowledge of language.
Mm-hmm.
It's using it.
Is it still sounding compressed? And
it sounds compressed and monotone, but it sounds more consistent.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of it being different accents, it sounds like it's speaking in your voice.
Okay.
It's still compressed, but it sounds like your voice now.
I reckon give it a few more hours, his brain's going to be empty too. It's sucking your brain out.
Hours? Minutes?
I mean, to be fair, like, we could have just made it easier, because if we killed Chubb and this thing is sucking it out, oh cool, look, that person can't fight back now. Brain.
So you're wanting my words?
Your city is alien to us. We want to communicate. We need words. Language. It follows up with it's almost like it discovers that word.
Yeah.
When you think it as it means language, it goes,
Yeah.
and uses that word.
Am I the first you've spoken with then?
No. Nor will you be the last. It's sounding like it's getting more fluent.
Am I feeling any effects of this?
You feel fine, other than the strange kind of icky feeling that's like a presence.
And I can't move.
You can't move otherwise, yeah. Tell me, do you know your future?
No. Don't think anybody does.
Would you like to?
If it's something good, then yes. But other than that, I've already had some bad experiences. I don't want to be looking forward to a bad experience.
It kind of reaches. It feels like it's reaching into your mind. It feels like you can feel something. You can't see anything in front of you, but you can feel something reaching out.
Feel it in my head.
Yeah. This pressure grows, and it says, "See now the future," and you see a picture. Basically, you see a set of 3 images, one quickly after the other, like very quick.
Yeah.
It's a picture of yourself with a sword, like holding it, one hand here, other here, looking at it. A picture of Sam with a dagger in his hand, looking mournful, and then a picture of Z, the cleric from Sam's company, like bloodied and weeping, like laying on the ground.
Do I know the time scale of this? No, just those photos.
Those 3 images.
Are they in colour, black and white? Or?
In colour, full look. You can see like blood, like vivid red and all the rest of it. Very.
Okay. Is it 4K or is it?
It's kind of grainy, like VHS kind of grain, yeah.
Snowstorm.
But
What is VHS?
But yeah, those 3 images, and then suddenly the pressure recedes, and you can feel it like retracting from you, and you feel your body free up.
Okay. Body down and on the back.
At which point you hear it say, "Thank you for your words, rhi-koo."
Much obliged. No, you didn't have a name. Do you have a name now? Knowing more words. Would you like to give yourself a name?
Bob.
Phil.
Bob, didn't it?
This is my immortal friend, Dave.
No. It kind of just by the time you're asking that, you can feel its presence leaving your mind.
Okay.
Edith.
I'll call out to rhi-koo.
Okay.
rhi-koo! rhi-koo, you've been a long time. Are you okay?
I'm a bit shaken up.
Are you coming back? I want to do some healing.
Yeah, I'll come back now. I'll stand up. And one of the last stones, I'll just throw it. And
It hits the barrier, the wall that seems to be out there,
And comes back.
For a second it hovers, then disappears.
So,
Exactly.
is it like a dissolve or is it just
Gone.
straight gone? Okay. Yeah, I'll sort of stand there for a second. Just, very interesting. Okay. Right, I need some ibuprofen.
So as you turn around and walk away, you feel a stone hit you in the back of the head.
I was waiting for that.
I'll turn back. Do I know? Is it from where you threw it?
Ow. Roll a perception check.
It was 3 goblins in a trench coat.
12.
For a brief moment, you think you can see something between the clouds. It looks like a clawed hand, but it could have been the smoke, it could have been the clouds themselves, it could have been lightning. There's nothing you can be sure of.
Was it our size clawed or a big, massive claw, but out there.
Large, far away.
Okay.
Theoretically. It could just...
So not
Not
small.
Not small. Far away.
Far away.
Yeah.
The stone that hit me, anything different about it, or is it just the normal stone that I threw?
Would you pick it up?
Yeah.
Okay. It's slightly sticky and it is freezing cold. Like, we're talking it hurts to touch, kind of freezing cold.
Yeah.
It's ice cream.
Probably drop it then if it's that cold. But no markings or
No marking.
anything, just sticky and cold.
Sticky. It's got this kind of like
Is it?
viscous substance on it.
So it's on my hand.
Yeah, there's a little bit on your hand, yeah. But
Okay.
as you're looking at it,
Mm-hmm.
it sort of seems to fade away, like just stop being. Sort of how the stones did.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I'll leave it there and start heading back to the barn.
Okay.
How long was I away for?
Probably 3 minutes, 5 maybe at the maximum end of it.
Mm-hmm.
Not long at all.
So as you come back, what do you reckon? Above the knee or below the knee should I cut it?
Cut what, that jacket?
Is it the jacket I'm holding up in front of me?
He's contemplating making it into a waistcoat.
Thinking waistcoat or short jacket, long jacket? Don't know.
To be fair, I'm not good with fashion.
Yeah, true.
I've
do you reckon, Dust?
got a tunic on. I'm not much for fashion guy.
I think you're fatuously wasting time, is what I think. We need to get ourselves back to as close to full health as we can, and what coat you wear does not determine how healthy you are. So let's actually take care of ourselves so that we can do something good for these people.
I've heard a lot of people believe like how you look on the outside greatly affects how you feel on the inside, potentially.
There is that, but when you're
Look at
nearly
your
dying,
Rook kind of goes, home time, home time.
yes.
Come on then, my feathered friend. This way.
As we start walking, I'm going to kind of try and focus as much as I can to try and gauge what more like about the magic of the saber and try and.
You hear a voice in your no.
No. So there's nothing much you can do. Do an Arcana check for me, and maybe you'll get something.
It's only a bit of 12.
12. So with a 12, you are probably looking at. Yeah, you're aware that the magical properties of the saber are more to do with its effectiveness as a weapon. The blade seems to be what is affected, rather than any kind of ability to wield it and anything like that. It seems to be a damage sort of thing.
And looking at it, it's more of a quick movement, dexterous sort of.
I mean, it could be used for either. Hitting somebody in the side of the head with a saber as hard as you can will still probably kill them.
Whilst you're walking along and examining this thing, does he notice Magnus constantly looking over at it? Rather covetously.
Coveting.
To be fair,
Roll a stealth check, roll a perception check.
to be fair, I would kind
not
of
being stealthy at all.
no. Same as like as I'm looking a bit. There's a little bit of like I will probably look over to Magnus and be a bit like,
Right. It's a pretty blade.
The problem with the saber for you is that it is large.
Immense.
We're talking human scale long swords.
That's why I didn't hit very well. It's far too unbalanced for me.
It's
What were you hitting?
A corpse.
Why is
Corpse.
that? Why are you? Where's his head gone? What?
It was empty.
And
So
No, I mean empty, nothing in there.
No brain.
we'll talk about it later.
Anyway, I believe you mentioned something about healing dusk.
I did. I think certain members of our party probably need to get somewhere where they can rest, and once we arrive at a place where we can properly rest, I will cast a ritual prayer of healing on up to 6 people if there are 6 people who need it.
Yeah. How long were we looting the body, taking the jacket, gathering up people and whatnot?
About 3 minutes, 5 minutes.
Okay, so it wasn't a short rest or anything.
no, we had a short.
You had a short rest,
Yeah,
and then
beforehand,
did that.
and then we. Right.
Yeah. But what I mean is I want people to be able to relax
time.
Okay.
and properly
Sorry.
heal.
I'm just thinking I should have rolled some, used some hit dice then.
But you're perfectly entitled to. You had the
You sure?
opportunity. Yeah,
Yeah.
if you
Yeah.
didn't.
No,
I
I'm just thinking
did.
because I didn't do it at the
Yeah.
time.
By all
so-
means.
As we're walking, I will offer to Magnus to potentially lead the way, as he has proven to be quite alert at things, and ask that he potentially goes at the front. And I will take up the rear.
That puts me back up to full.
So your sword, the one that you've inherited from Sam, is kind of, it feels like it's incomplete compared to the one you know. It feels like it's not done yet. Because after having fought with it recently, you feel the difference to how it would have felt before. And it feels...
So I would have noticed that fighting Sharp beforehand kind of feels empty, now it's killed Sharp. Oh, it's slightly kind of feels anything, or...
No, it feels the same as it did. It feels like it's lesser.
Needs a long walk.
Yeah, I mean it's got 300 years ahead of it before you. Yeah.
Supposedly.
We could go and have a party, a grand ball, you know.
No
you could
more
wear your
parties.
new waistcoat, potentially.
Yeah, a little fancy. Get them to the top places.
I'm stunned that I'm learning to speak thieves' cant, but please, no parties until we at least get back to our employer with the news.
Sure.
So,
Let's go see Sammy boy.
you guys can travel back to town?
Yes.
Yeah.
I think so, and we'll. I think.
offer to have you lead in as you're potentially more alert.
I mean, it's not exactly that difficult. It's a straight line back, but
It's more to do with awareness.
yeah. I'm also thinking we've got how big's the crowd with us now?
80 people.
About 80 people. So we've got, you know, I think even well-trained, well-armed brigands would be stupid to attack a force of 80
But
people, even if they
emaciated people.
doesn't matter. Sheer weight of numbers, you know you're going to lose. So, unless it's one hell of a force coming out.
Yeah.
But at
And
the same time, anyway, what was more thinking about
They don't. The
Are
people
we-
that are coming with us don't look wealthy. They
Yeah.
wouldn't be.
are we
much of a-
leading them back to town?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry. Are we leading them back to town?
I believe
And
that's...
only, or are we thinking about making sure that most of them at least know where they're going? And
I think once we get to the gate, we can probably discern if they know roughly where they need them to go. And
so the guy that I was speaking to previously, I'll say to him, you know, do you want to wander around everybody while I'm leading the group here? Just make sure that everybody knows where they need to go, just in case anybody's forgotten where their home is or stuff like that, you know? Make sure everybody's got a purpose and a place.
As time's going on, they're all kind of coming back round more and remembering more of where and who they were. So they kind of are, like, all of them are kind of getting more almost revved up. They're like, oh, I need to go home, I need to go and see what's happened to my family, I need to find them. Like, because most of them had families.
Can I ask, like a few of them, Do you know what year it is? Or the last year you know?
Do we know what year it is?
Yes, you
Yeah,
know.
yes, 1426.
They seem to
Glad
be.
you wrote that down.
They seem to be 1426. Yes, 1426.
You think that?
Yes. Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, I asked a few.
Yeah.
few
They all.
people
They
to
all.
get a sample.
So a few of them seem to think 1426. A few of them seem to think 1425. A few 1424.
Yeah, no,
But-
that's fine.
All within a reasonable range.
Yeah, it's just establishing where the outliers with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we've missed a little bit of a trick here. If all these people are emaciated and clearly hungry, and the city is hungry, should we have brought some grain back with us?
No,
Well, no, because
we can
I
tell.
suppose we'd have been swamped at that point, wouldn't they, as soon as we arrived?
It's not for us to distribute it at the end of the day.
it's going to be
for
sent.
them.
So whilst you're
Seems
talking
good.
about, if you're talking about distributing grain in
Yeah.
character,
Yeah,
Rook would have
something to
something
say.
to say.
Yeah.
Fair enough, yeah.
So Rook would basically say,
I think Rook's up front with me anyway, isn't he?
Probably,
Because I
yeah.
said, come on,
Yeah.
my feather friend.
he would kind of go, Salmon Graham, Salmon Graham.
Yeah.
Sam and Graham.
The dragonborn.
Yeah. The ugly one. Yeah. He is a bit ugly,
The
though,
big
isn't he,
one.
Rook? I mean,
He's large.
You're just jealous.
he's not a pretty one, is he, Rook?
Quite handsome.
Oh, you're smitten. Bless you.
Moving on, moving on.
I love Rook even more now.
Rook and Graham sitting in a tree.
So if you want to make a note.
Feathers.
I like it.
They're making feather bees.
It's not a good sign when the DM writes your name in a book, you know.
Oh, yeah. Rook and Graham.
Right. That was unplanned, but here we are. That's in there.
Rookagram.
It's now canon.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Tis written now.
And therefore
law.
cannot be changed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is canon.
No, it's not. It's Rook.
So,
Yeah.
I just want to gather 6 people who need to be healed.
I mean, none of them need to be healed as such. They are all just exhausted.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll head back to the town.
Anything happen before we arrive at the gates?
Roll a perception check.
Shall we
Everybody?
do it?
Yeah, sure. What do you want?
8. I think I must be talking to Rook and winding him up about his love
17.
affair.
16.
18.
So 16, 17,
So thanks for
18.
taking the lead.
What was that in the lead?
Do you know what? It's you two.
I mean, my perception is no better than any of yours.
You're too busy winding Rook up.
So,
Rook will just beat you.
1, 2, 3. You are aware that the mob that you are leading, considering that the fringe members are now armed and armoured, doesn't look unthreatening. And you also remember that there was a rather nervous guard,
Yeah.
so someone might want to run ahead.
Who would be the best person to do that?
I mean, I can, but I don't know what I need to.
Charm? Anybody?
He's okay. I'll just run on ahead if that's okay with you.
Yeah, go for it.
Because
Look at that dressing gown go.
Very light on his feet.
no, the potion will work, but it's like
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you are still fairly swift on your feet. So, once you are, basically, it takes you like 5 minutes. Like, no, probably longer actually. It's about a mile out. So, 10 minutes, maybe 15, somewhere in between, and to get there. And can you roll an athletics check for me? Sorry, no, a Constitution saving throw.
24.
Fairly even-winded.
I mean, it's one of my saving throws, and I'm pretty good on Constitution.
No, he's just really good at cardio. No, he's just good at cardio, that's all it is.
So he hasn't got proper clothes on.
So, basically you arrive at the gate that you left through, and the same two guards are on watch. The precocious guard and the older, portly gentleman. And the younger gentleman shouts down, "Hey guys there!"
Hello again. You may have remembered myself and some colleagues passed through a while ago. One of them was a kobold that seemed to get your associate's name wrong, I believe. If that helps, you remember? Well, for God's sake, pull yourself together, man. You're supposed to be a guard.
This is not tactful.
The older guy, he goes, yes, I remember that. Yes.
Just to warn you, we appear to have saved a bunch of people that were being held slaves up at a farm up there. Brigands or something were running it. We're basically bringing them back to return them to the home. Some of them we armed for safety reasons in case we were attacked again. They mean no harm. I'm sure once they get here then we will disarm them and you can take the weapons onto yourself.
Good, yes.
I'll just wait here for them and I'll... If that's okay with you?
Yes, stay out there until they're here. Don't want to open the bloody gate sooner. Well, heavy.
I mean, I could always come up there and help to lift. I'm pretty strong, and maybe give your friend there some pointers on how to be a bit more courageous on his post.
The younger guard kind of brandishes his spear and says, "I should not have you impugn my honour, sir."
You don't even have a spearhead attached to it, it's a stick.
He goes, "All the better to stab you with."
Oh, God. Oh, you strike such a fearsome pose up there. Oh, mighty man with a stick.
He, well, yeah, I was well trained.
Please don't smite me. I will stay here. The fear of my life.
Too right.
I'm just going to kind of turn around and I'm halfway. Just like a sigh as I turn around, just like...
Ugh, teenagers. Kids. To be fair,
he's out to a good party.
He's probably about 14, so...
Every so often, like, as I'm waiting, I'm just going to kind of just look up.
He is in that sweet spot where he is simultaneously terrified of everything and also thinks he's unkillable.
Stoned.
Sure. That's not what I said, but sure. Basically, as everyone arrives at the gate, we shall go for break and come back from there. Come back, entering the city.
Okay.
Thank you, everybody, for joining us for part 1. We'll be back soon for part 2.
Cheers.
See you soon.
Yeah.